Greeting, Mr. President. My name is Saurabh Chamanara, and this is my second virtual audience with you. I am going to have this virtual audience with you until the time comes that you tell me that you have heard my message. I have been advocating the change of constitution in Iran for almost 20 years, and I have written few books in English and some books in Persian advocating the same cause that I am going to tell you more about it. Last time I read about Iranian constitution and I argued that this regime is behaving according to their constitution, and there is no way that they change their behavior unless their constitution is changed. Their constitution, when they first made it just after the victory of 1979, is a very peculiar one because Ayatollah Khomeini came to power with the promises of so many good things. And in fact, he had a manifestation in 37 items that President Jimmy Carter, thought that he is another Gandhi. But as soon as they won the battle, I should say, they made their own parliament, and in that parliament, they approved a constitution, Islamic constitution, which is 180 degrees different from what they were promising to the people of Iran. And for the last 40 years, the Iranian people have been suffering because of this constitution. In our opinion, there is no way that Iranian regime changes its behavior with this constitution, because whatever they do is according to their constitution. In the last meeting I had with you, a virtual meeting, we read all those items that shows the Iranian constitution is not really a constitution. It's a manifestation of the crusade against United States. It's the word that it is in the Constitution. We have been telling this for almost 20 years, and of course, because we have no contact or power, our voice has not been heard. Nevertheless, inside Iran, young people, especially the students at universities, have been advocating the change of constitution for many years. Finally, at June 11, their representative, who are the elders, and they have been really activists in Iran, made a manifestation asking for the change of constitution, and they went one step further and asking for the resignation of the leader. This is the most important event, I must say, in the last 40 years in Iran. In fact, 10 years ago, when millions of people went to the streets and they had demonstration, and the American administration did not hear their voice. They had no goal. They just were protesting. But this time, these 14 people have made their manifestation, and they have a goal of changing the constitution. That is what we believe is the only way that Iran could be rescued, by changing its constitution. because this regime is interfering with anybody's affair. All the countries in the world, because of their constitution. In the introduction of their constitution, they regard United States as an enemy. 40 years when they wrote this constitution, they were hoping by the end of the century, that means 20 years ago, they could defeat the greatest oppressor that they meant United States. Therefore, if you want to change their behavior, no matter what, you have to change the constitution. Of course, it's not for United States to change the Iranian constitution. It's the job of the people in Iran. Right now, this movement has started since 2 weeks ago. And the people of Iran, those 14 million, when they were demonstrating 10 years ago, and they didn't hear anything from United States, this time, they just want your voice, Mr. President. If you just tell them that you have heard them, that's enough. They don't need your help because they are doing the right thing, but they need your encouragement that their voice to be heard. Change of constitution. Previously, last week, I read item by item and the introduction of the Constitution for you, and I told you that this is the Constitution of Iran, which is not really a constitution. It's the crusade manifestation against United States. We have been saying this for the last 20 years. I have written books, and Mr. President, when you were a candidate in 2016, I guess, or yes, 2016, I sent my book 2020, The Fall of Islamic State. In this book, I was predicting, which I wrote it in 2015, that the Islamic State of Iran will collapse in 2020 with the Constitution Revolution. Now, all the events is according to the book of 2020, The Fall of Islamic State. That means this volcano of the people of Iran, which they demand the change of constitution, have just started in 2019. Of course, it will go on and it will not be stopped like other things that has happened in Iran. It will go on until the year 2020. The only thing that the Iranian people are asking you, Mr. President, to just listen to them. And if you have time, which I made it easy for you, if you have time, only 10 minutes, to just review the website iranianamerican.info, www.iranianamerican.info. In this website, we have marked the items in the Constitution which you have to know when you are asking the Iranian regime not to interfere with the neighbors, the other countries. You have to read its constitution, because very clearly in that constitution it says that they must. Therefore, without reading the Iranian constitution and asking Iranian regime to change their behavior is something which is impossible. Mr. President, again, I beg you to just read the Iranian constitution and for yourself find out that whatever this regime does is according to their constitution, and this is the one which must be changed. Thank you very much.